Hello, Jen here for Wolf Moon is the full moon on January 13th, next Monday at 5:37 Eastern Time is the apex. So let's get into it a little bit, right? So this is my favorite full moon, or maybe my second favorite. I'll explain in a minute if you don't already know, but the wolf moon. I love learning about this. So I'm going to share that this year, mixing it up a little bit, kind of educating ourselves. And I get to do the work for you, and I get all giddy and excited about it, and I share it with you. So here we go. It is a wolf moon. The wolf I'll start with Native American culture, right? The wolf itself is symbolic, right, of intuition and loyalty and integrity, and so fascinating. So when the wolves howl at the moon, right, many of the tribes believe that they're in communication with the spirit world, right? Fascinating. I thought that was fascinating. It took a whole other layer. Like, all right, like I'll have some more, please, of that. So it is a time of spiritual renewal, right? Because honoring the wolf is like, or is it all these things, synchronicities, coincidences, or is it more than that? So, yeah, I'm getting layers and layers of meaning here. In the Celtic mythology, which is Ireland, Northern England, it is more about honoring the goddess Cerridwen or Cerridwen. I'm not sure. It's Gaelic, and I do not speak Gaelic, even though my heritage is Irish. Let me see if I could just look. Full moon, wolf moon, Cerridwen. That's as close as I'm going to come to that. All right. So, and she's like the goddess of the moon. She's also about transformation, shifting things. There's a lot of shifting here. We're in like the new calendar year. We're in the midst of winter, right? It's been a cycle since, or almost a full cycle since the winter solstice. So in the midst of it here, we have snow on the ground now. So my husband's out there shoveling. It's not a lot, but it's something nice reminder. Like, yep, we're still in winter. Like, it's not just cold. Now we got snow. So yeah, it is a time of like going inward. It's like our hibernation phase, but it also is going inward, releasing. Full moon is all about release, right? What are we releasing from the past that it's not even relevant moving forward? It's like, that's so old. I'm so sick of it. Cut it off. Let it go. Cut your attachments to it. Let it be in the past. Let it be in history. Send it love, but let it go, because we have so much to move forward into. So much to move forward into. So this is the time to, get a little quiet, get a little introspective. If there's any, like maybe a ritual or a ceremony that is calling for you to participate in, to get deeper connected to the truth of who you are without all of the outside noise and distractions, it's just the time to do it. All right. So in astrology, it is the full moon in Cancer. I'm getting a little excited, so I'm calming my nervous system, and you get to watch. And the sun is in opposition in Capricorn. Why is this so personal for me? Because I am 6 months and 4 days younger than my husband, my partner in life. So he just had a birthday. He's Capricorn. So the sun is in Capricorn all month, and not all month, but for the cycle. And in 6 months is my birthday, Cancer. So the relationship between these opposite signs is very personal for me. And it's not all telling of everything, but there's a lot of indicators that make a lot of sense. And when the full moon, with the signs and oppositions, is what do we need to focus on? What do we need to bring into balance? What do we need to work on? So the Capricorn is all about work, right? Like doing your work, being in a business, being out in the world, earning money, right? It's very earth sign, very earth element. And so it's the work. And the Cancer, the moon in Cancer, is about being at home, right? Having a peaceful, loving sanctuary, right? Being nurturing, caring. This is what you get to come home to from work. I did that for over 20 years. I worked in corporate, and I was a single parent, and I worked, and then I came home, and then I had to, take care of the home environment. And it was a strain for sure. It was too much, a lot. In my marriage, I get to share that. I'm not 100% responsible, right? I get to share the responsibility. And my husband's strength, being a Capricorn, not only, but strongly, he loves being on Earth. he tethers me to Earth, because sometimes it's a little challenging for me to be here. And he's like, no, this is fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy it and explore it and do all the things. So he loves to work. He doesn't love to work all the time, but he likes being productive. He loves getting stuff done. So that's what like his strength is, and I can let that go. It's, to me, that's just depleting if I'm in that all the time. So it can be invigorating and it can be depleting. So we kind of find that work home balance, right? And working with it together. Now I work as well, but I work in my home mostly. When I'm virtual, I'm in my home. I do in person, but there's less of that because it does take, more to organize. But there you go, right? So we are definitely in balance. I'm very grateful for the balance that we have. Yeah, so when I was doing the research about the wolf moon and its origins and what it means, I literally was laughing out loud. My husband was in the next room, hears me laughing at us, to be like, what? Show me what is cracking you up. Because my husband loves riding bicycles. He is an enthusiast. It's like, that's one of his ways of being on the earth. He gets to ride his bike and be free. And, he loves it, and he shares it, with his group of people, and they, have fun, and they do full moon rides. See how much we complement each other. So he does these full moon rides, and they call themselves werewolves. Yeah, they're that cool. And they will howl at the moon. And so when I learned about the Native American, that the wolves are communication with spirit when they howl at the moon, I feel like it's a celebration. Like we're all in connection, and we get to enjoy our time on the earth. Like I always saw their howling as their expression of enjoyment. And not being ashamed or embarrassed. It's like, yeah, look at me. I'm here on my bicycle, enjoying my life, enjoying myself. So having that balance in our lives between work, right, and being home and feeling safe, and just to be in leisure and in play. So having that balance, and if there's anything that takes you out of that balance, get rid of it. All right. I'm just like straight up, get rid of it. Release, let go, do it however way you need to do it. You want to do it in ritual, do it in ritual. I do that. I will even write down what I'm ready to release and let go of. And since it's winter, we have our wood burning stove on. So I just open it up, give it to God, put it in the fire, and it pretty much sends that intention, and me sending a symbol out, like, I'm ready to let go of this now. So just as God gives us symbols and signs, we can give them as well. And even if it's just giving it to our own psyche to take that step, towards letting go and detaching and releasing, let it be, like, let it just, you giving permission to yourself to take that step forward, whatever it takes, right? So that's what I do. Like, whatever it takes, I want to offer that. And, everyone's in charge of their own spiritual growth here, right? And sometimes we're called, to get a helpmate. It's always better, I think, than being in isolation and doing it alone. Being in partnership, whether it's with a spouse or a friend or a professional, just to help us get us through this life, this whole, all its moves, all its transitions, all its shifts, all its changes, right? We're in for the ride. I feel like that's what this year is. It's the first full moon of 2025, and we're in it. And we're in fast forward. I've said this a lot, but it is happening now. And like, my mask is off. I'm ready to go. So let's go. All right. Namaste to you. If you want to book a natal chart reading, it can be really informative for you, and give you a lot of understanding, compassion, and understanding, like, more of what your purpose is here, and what flavor are you adding to your family, to your circles, and enjoy it. All of it is to be celebrated, all the aspects. It's really great fun. All right, I will talk to you again very soon. Namaste.